This is the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style Apparel. Confused yet? If not, these guys will help. Here are your fantasy racing pros, Greg Stumpff, Ryan Flores, and Tyler Burnett.
Welcome to the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style. They're back. Look at them. Look at them go. Wow, you get your sound on there. Yeah, watching the Sonoma race. That's Greg Stumpff from Off Access Paint. He's back, and Ryan Flores is back from his vacation as well. What's up, man? How are you?
Good. Good to be back. It wasn't a very relaxing vacation, but it was a
Why?
vacation.
You didn't catch any fish?
Caught fish. Played this football game on the beach that really tore us up. Water park. More like being a big kid.
Yeah, sounds rough. Sounds
Hey,
like a rough
You
weekend.
only get 2 off weeks a year or whatever it is, 3 off weeks a year. You take advantage of them.
I think it was a lot better sitting here working, I guess. Greg, you worked a lot, didn't you?
I did.
You were at the White House?
I was, yeah. So I went to Dover International Speedway this weekend.
For work?
There was no, it was for work. I dropped off helmets there. I gave them 7 helmets. It was very weird being on a racetrack with no race going on. It's very quiet and no one's in the stands. And then, on our way back, we stopped at the White House. We wanted to see our helmet. That was.
They let you in.
They let us in. Yeah, I'm not sure how, but they let us in.
What's the security like going through that thing?
It's you show your ID a lot. It's kind of you got to turn your credentials in weeks before, but yeah, it's a very secure place. You're not going to get in without knowing the right people. I guess.
Where's your helmet on display? Is it on display somewhere?
No, I was hoping it would be like on his desk still, but no, it's like locked in a cabinet. You know, like Raiders of the Lost Ark at the very end when they're like kind of wheeling that thing to the warehouse. I feel like it's in somewhere.
Oh, so you didn't actually get to see it?
Kind of like that. No, I didn't get to see it. No.
Dang
it.
All the gifts from the White House, I'm sure, are just in this big.
Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, we're talking about Martin Truex Jr.'s championship helmet that Greg painted, and it's in the White House now. Trump probably has it like in his bedroom or something.
He definitely wore it. He had to have worn it, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, you got to put it on.
Like when you're going in the limo, just throw it on. Yeah, he had to do that for sure.
All right, this week we go to Sonoma. Y'all looking forward to that place?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of our favorite stops, I think. Go out there a day early. We're going to do a fishing trip on Saturday, and then, Sunday. It's a lot different race than it used to be, where you used to run it backwards. With the stages now, it's not as much of a fuel mileage race, and it's one of those races that you can have a surprise winner, and it's definitely a big week for fantasy.
Yeah, you can have a surprise winner. We haven't had any really surprise winners. I guess Tony Stewart was a surprise, right?
Tony, I mean, look at Clint Boyer. Martin Truex was a surprise winner a couple of years back in the 56 car. It's a place where you go that sometimes guys that aren't running really great at the mile and a half week to week can definitely help your fantasy team out. Definitely on NASCAR Fantasy Live too. You
got to get some wine when you go out there?
Nah, if my wife was there, I would, but.
Oh, yeah. No wine. No wine. All right, we'll talk about Sonoma. We had an off week, so there's really nothing to look back on, but we'll talk about Sonoma and who we think will be good this week as we continue on the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style.
If your AC is blowing hot air, let O'Reilly Auto Parts help bring back the coolest summer. While you may need to eventually service your AC unit, get immediate relief with Interdynamics Arctic Freeze R134A refrigerant with leak sealer. Buy one, get one free at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Live sports are the one true reality entertainment, where a single dramatic moment can become timeless. In NASCAR, Motor Racing Network's live broadcast elevates your senses to the sights, sounds, and struggles taking place on the racetrack.
Austin Dillon leads the pack. No one ever thought he would contend for the win. He's going to win the 60th running of the Daytona 500.
The power of radio to the imagination of the listener. Tune in to the Motor Racing Network. Visit MRN.com for an affiliate list in your local area.
Here's a special message for those of you who owe the IRS at least $10,000 or more in back taxes. The IRS has special programs in place that could eliminate or reduce your tax debt by thousands of dollars. The IRS is currently accepting reduced settlements and other favorable programs. You may qualify for substantial savings, so get the help you need. Take down the number now for the Federal Tax Management Hotline, 800-242-1706, 800-242-1706.
Yes or no? Stay or go? Let's sideswipe the competition here on the Inside Line.
Welcome back to the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show. One of our favorite games of the week, Sideswipe. It's better than Under the Rock, I believe.
Way better.
Well, you don't get hit in the face with a rock on this one.
That's
so
true.
I'm more
That's true.
partial to
Basically, Sideswipe, if you've ever watched the show before, is a dating app, but we are sideswiping fantasy drivers that we like.
A
this
driver
weekend.
dating app.
Yeah, a driver dating app. Let's get our first driver of the week. Who do we got, Craig?
Clint Boyer.
Clint Boyer.
100%.
By the way, Craig's our producer this week because Daryl, I think he went on a college visit with his son.
That's right, Tyler.
Not fishing.
We got a game voice here. Yeah. Clint Boyer, I like him a lot.
Yeah, right, for sure.
this is
Second last year at Sonoma. He has 6 top 10s in the last 10 races there. The win was in 2012. He won at Martinsville, which to me is similar to a road course.
He's on fire,
tight
man.
turns.
He's killing it. So, that 14 team
Momentum.
is good there.
Let's just hope he's not hungover from the off week.
All the wine still. I mean, yeah, he could be hungover there still,
But I think it's going to be unanimous. I believe a swipe right is going to be
that one's too
unanimous
easy,
with
for
Clint
sure.
Boyer, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
average finish is 10 points.
I think all the Stuart Haas cars are going to be good.
Well, we'll see. I don't know how good of a road racer Eric Almirola is.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that was Dinger, but we're going to swipe right on
Yeah,
Clint
we're
Boyer.
swiping right, for sure.
They look a lot alike, right? Dinger and Boyer.
Oh, man. There he is. There's Boyer. Swipe right. We like Boyer. All right, who's our next one?
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, this is your
you
boy.
are
I don't have an earpiece. So you guys got to tell me repeat.
Jimmy Johnson.
It's right there behind you.
If you're watching the race from last year, he led a lot of laps to start. He is number 1 as far as the last 10 races on average finish, with an average finish of 8.0. The last 2 years he's got a pair of 13ths, but dating all the way back to 2009, it's single-digit finishes. This is a place where he can turn it around. I never bet against Jimmy Johnson unless you're at a mile and a half here lately, but I think he could be really
Next
good.
week we need Donald just to cut, and paste all of your Jimmy Johnson comments that you've made over the past
Jimmy Johnson.
10 weeks.
And then the last comment will be a Ryan Newman, because
this is the week Jimmy Johnson turns it around. That's what Skip says every week.
Again, why did you, just real quick before we go on in, why did you pick Ryan Newman and then you didn't show up the next week so we could give you all the crap for it? You skipped out on us.
You guys can't just pick the 4, the 78, and the 18 every week.
So you pick Ryan Newman?
Jimmy Johnson is very consistent at Sonoma. I will give him that. But he finished 13th and 13th the past 2 races.
This is a week to watch guys that haven't been running.
We'll see what kind of speed he has coming off the truck, but I don't believe Jimmy Johnson is going to be in my top 5 picks this week.
I can't swipe left on Jimmy Johnson. I have to swipe right on Jimmy Johnson.
I mean, he has 7 championships, but I'm swiping left on Jimmy Johnson this week.
For sure. They don't have the package together. I know this is the first road course, so it's really the test we're going to, but unless it's Bristol or maybe a Dover, they're not any good right now. So left.
Sorry, Skip.
Send it.
Sorry. All right, who's our next one?
Joey Logano.
I like Logano.
Got anything to say on this?
Swipe right.
Do you like Logano?
I do like Logano here. He's qualifies very well here. He is what I'm looking at here. He's 5th overall with the average finish of 12.8.
11th, 10th, and 6th in his last 3 starts. Penske was pretty good at road courses last year. Brad Keselowski.
The 2 car was good.
Yeah, he finished 3rd, I think.
Yeah,
2nd,
probably.
one of the 2.
He's not bad at road courses at all.
No, he's great. But Logano is too. He swept Watkins Glen, the Xfinity and the Cup race. What was that? A couple years ago, right?
A lot more right turns there. He's better at those.
And I think the Fords are going to be good this weekend. But
more right turns at Watkins Glen.
There is. Yeah.
If you're looking at the Penske cars, is Joey Logano your number 1, or do you like Brad Keselowski better this weekend?
The 2 car, Brad Keselowski. I'm going to take him over.
I actually think I like Logano better.
Cars, right? There's a 12 car too.
That's what I said. 3.
Help me out. So I would say that Blaney ran well here last year as well. 9th place finish. Kept her in between the mayonnaise and the mustard all race.
Not as good as Brad.
I like Jimmy Johnson as a pick this week over.
We're on Joey Logano.
But if
you like Jimmy better than Logano this week,
especially if you're doing NASCAR Fantasy Live, because you got to save your Loganos because the Fords have been so strong and they're going to continue to be strong.
I haven't used much Logano this year.
If you guys like Joey, I would swipe right on Jimmy before Joey this week, just for circumstances. But you guys obviously want.
I'm swiping right on Joey.
I think these road courses are not as much like Daytona and Talladega of wild cards, but you can bring out some of these back of the pack guys that run 20th to 25th, like an Allmendinger or Buescher, because they're going to run good. So
Michael McDowell.
Yeah, exactly.
He's great.
So I think instead of using up these guys, I think there's a lot better guys you could pick up and use this week.
There's some guys you can use, but statistically at road courses, the 3 best numbers right now are Truex, Kyle Busch, and Kevin Harvick, which every week that's who we talk about. Yeah. But those 3 are very good on road courses. I'm swiping right on Logano. What about you guys?
Swiping right.
Okay.
I guess I have to.
I like Penske a lot this week. You said Blaney's going to be good, so I mean you have to say that. But
right.
All right, what else we got?
AJ Allmendinger.
Y'all go first.
If there's ever a week you're going to swipe right, this and Watkins Glen are the 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is the week you play him. But for how good of a road course racer he is, this doesn't seem to be his track. Watkins Glen is better for him. AJ always qualifies well here, so that's why I hardly look at him on DraftKings. Because if he starts up front, he starts falling back, that's a problem. I could see him running up front.
He's definitely going to run better than where he runs at a usual weekend.
Oh, absolutely. Sure. He's going to be, I believe, a contender for the top 10.
Yes, for sure.
Easy. Don't you think?
Easy.
Watching this race right here that Greg has up on his computer, and he's leading the race right now. The one thing that scares me about the 47 is they put so much emphasis on these 2 races that it becomes bigger than it actually is, and you see them lead a lot of laps, and then stupid stuff happen. It happened when Ambrose was in the car as well. I don't know where that team is at right now with this package, but this is more or less their 500. You know, this is their chance to make it into the chase. They have 2 chances, is what it seems like.
He only has 2 top 10s in 9 races at Sonoma.
But he's led a lot of laps.
He has, and he's had, like you said, dumb things happen to those cars.
They run a ton of laps, and you know that, like you said, it's going to be, this is their chance to make it in, so they're going to take any gamble or anything they need to take at the end of this race.
I'll tell you what, for NASCAR Fantasy Live, I'll swipe right on Allmendinger. I think it'd be a good pivot from Harvick and Truex. I think you save Harvick and Truex and Kyle Busch this week.
For sure. Probably be a good bargain, too, on DraftKings.
He could be. I think he's going to be higher priced on DraftKings this week than he usually is. We'll see where he qualifies for DraftKings, but for right now, swipe right. NASCAR Fantasy Live.
Gotcha.
For AJ. He's going to be either a top 5 or a top 10 contender, in my opinion. Okay, what else we got? Who's our next one?
That is all time.
Done.
That's it.
That's easy.
That is all. All right, we'll talk more about who else we like this week. We've already mentioned some of the Penske cars, some of the Ford, Stewart-Haas cars, and AJ Allmendinger. We'll add some others to the list when we return on the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style.
Citywide to countryside, whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading warranty to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
Kyle Petty here. My friends at Click and Close, the official mortgage provider of NASCAR, have stepped up this year to support Victory Junction through the fastest lap of the race program on NASCAR radio. So join our team. Go to clickandclose.com/NASCAR today to donate $43 or more and help us give the gift of camp to children with serious medical conditions. That's clickandclose.com/NASCAR and just look for the Victory Junction logo. Thanks to Click and Close and NASCAR Radio for their support this season.
MRN's Throwback Thursday, the greatest races in NASCAR history.
Richard Petty goes back in front. They both spin. They're in the wall. Petty is sliding. Pearson is still running. As they come to the stripe, the winner is car number 21.
They spin. They go into the outside wall. Earnhardt hits the wall. Rudd hits the wall. And scooting through is Jeff Bodine, and he is going to win the Holly Farms 400 here this afternoon.
Thursdays at 1 on MRN.com, on demand on iTunes and Google Play. Throwback Thursday on MRN.com.
Welcome back to the Inside Line.
Welcome back to the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show, and we're heading to Sonoma this week. We're going to talk more about guys we like heading to Sonoma on your fantasy team. But first, let me tell you about this thing Ryan is playing with right now. This is a Ridge wallet. You need to buy one, like, as soon as you can. Look, there's a cool video of it right here. The Ridge is a minimal front pocket wallet designed to let you ditch your bulky traditional wallet. The Ridge wallet is slim, RFID blocking, and lifetime guaranteed. It's the last wallet you'll ever buy, so it's pretty much indestructible. It comes in titanium, carbon fiber, aluminum, and polycarbonate in over a dozen different styles and colors. Get 10% off today with free shipping worldwide by going to ridgewallet.com. That's ridgewallet.com and use the promo code RACING. Ditch your bulky wallet today and get rid of the ridge, or get the ridge at ridgewallet.com. I was trying to get my wallet out so I can show you the difference.
How much money's in it?
No, there's no money.
And it comes with this cool screwdriver. You can take the face off.
It's a lightweight thing, and like it said, RFID blocking. So like if you go through airports, people can't steal your credit card information. But yeah, that's.
I feel like we're at QVC now.
Look at that thing. Yeah, it's bulky. But anyways,
what's that?
It's a front pocket.
You like Jimmy Johnson too? Ridgewallet likes Jimmy Johnson.
See this.
Who else we like this week?
Man, I like the Busch brothers here. I do.
Absolutely.
Seeing what Kurt did here with a broken track bar a couple of years ago is very impressive.
3 top 10s in a row for Kurt Busch, second in 2015 at Sonoma, and he won in 2011. He probably has the best record here.
He's not bad.
Yeah,
Kyle Busch is very good here too, though.
Kyle Busch is very good everywhere.
Yeah,
he's won at every single racetrack we've gone to. He's the only driver in it that's done that.
3 top 10s in a row for Kyle Busch as well at Sonoma. He won in 2015. He's a very good road course racer. I believe he's going to be a favorite to win this race.
Yeah, I think he's going to be up there, man. Like I said, he's on fire. The car he's driving has won this race, the team. And he himself has won this race, in the 15th. So
if you look at dominators, so typically a dominator in DraftKings this week does not lead a whole lot of laps. The most laps led was Kurt Busch. He had 76 laps, I believe, led. So laps led usually is not an issue here. The most laps led in the past 10 races was Kurt Busch in 2011 with 76 laps. I can't see anyone leading 76 laps this week.
Yeah.
Do you think?
And now with the guys we have running up front are too dominant. I think they'll be switching it back and forth on every restart.
If we see someone lead that many laps, I think potentially Truex, who was really good there last year until they had something break. He led a lot of laps.
Weird thing about leading
Kevin
laps
Harvick?
at this place. The weird part about leading laps at this place is just like what we're watching here from the recap of last year that you can't see, but I can see on Craig's computer.
It's right here.
3 to go in a stage, people are pitting, right? So you either pick if you want stage points or you want to pit or shorten the stage up a little bit and get track position.
Mm-hmm.
That changes where your fuel is. That changes a lot of different things. Typically, this is a track position race. It's going to be hard for a guy to drive through the field.
Right.
So the laps led part of this deal is the lines get blurry. But it is going to be exciting for sure, and to see who shakes out. I mean, pit stops are going to be more important here than they usually are. And to see who plays a stage break, who goes for stage points, who goes for the win, it definitely makes this a hard race to call.
I think in DraftKings, you need to look at place differential more than you do at laps led and dominator status this week, because you see guys like Michael McDowell, pass some cars. You'll see like a David Reagan, their teammates, but those guys can hang. I think there are going to be people who don't qualify well that I think can pass some cars, but like you said, track position is important, and it almost comes down to attrition a little bit at road courses, don't it?
Yeah, very much so. Keeping like you said, keeping it between the mayonnaise and the mustard. But
the mayonnaise and the mustard.
Yeah, I didn't get that when you said that. I thought you were talking about like Brad Keselowski's car, the mayonnaise, and Logano's car, the mustard.
No. Just trying to keep it in between the lines.
That's how they said it at Team Penske.
No, that's definitely not used. But yeah, this is definitely a week where Michael, guys like Michael McDowell, Jamie McMurray, people like that will be up front at a point in the race. But if you're putting a lot of money on DraftKings, you have to pay attention to practice speeds, how many laps they run, and intently watch qualifying to see if somebody blows a corner. Mm-hmm. If Allmendinger blows the first round, somebody you're going to want to have on your DraftKings.
Yeah, because he's going to qualify.
If a Clint Boyer or a Kyle Busch or somebody like that blows a qualifying lap, which a lot of times you can only get 1 or 2 chances at it here because there's not enough time to cool the car off, get back around, or if you slide your tires, you just don't get back up there.
18's a good one to watch for that. I feel like I've seen more smoke come out of his right tires or right front tires than anyone else slide into those corners. So it could definitely be a game changer when you watch qualifying for this weekend.
A couple more notes. Chip Ganassi Racing seems to qualify really well at Sonoma. Larson won the pole last year. McMurray has 3 poles there. won in 14 and 13 in 2007. He could be a potential of someone, or both of them could be potentials pole winners this week.
I was working for him in 2007 when he got the pole there with Roush Fenway, and he's very strong here.
Okay, so 2007 was a Roush Fenway car.
But still, looking at Larson last year, he qualified up front, ran well, didn't get the finish, but this is his home track. So look for him to definitely have a little bit more fire in him this weekend.
We're just throwing all the cars at you this weekend.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's why I feel like it's a Daytona weekend again. You just here's the pile, pick one, and
Chevy only has one win there in the last 8 races, and that was Tony Stewart. That was a couple years ago. Trevor Bain's back in the car this week.
He's not a bad road course racer there. He seems to find him way up front. He's not rolling around in the back at all. So
yeah.
Matt
and then only one other
not good.
Only one other road course ace is in the field. That's Justin Marks
in the
15 car.
Yeah,
for Premium Motorsports. So might be a potential passer in DraftKings. I don't know if he starts 40th or 39th. Maybe he'll pass a couple cars, but I'm not sure. I'm on the.
He's
Justin
not a bad
Marks
road
plan.
course racer.
I don't think he's going to come in here and win this thing.
If it does start raining, he's obviously pretty dang good in the rain. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, let's take a break. Come back. We'll play Under the Rock. This is the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style.
Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store for O'Reilly Universal Pre-Mixed Antifreeze and Coolant for only $6.99 a gallon. Protect your engine from overheating with O'Reilly Universal Pre-Mixed Antifreeze and Coolant, now $6.99 a gallon at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Grunt Style. The American fighting spirit is in everything we make. We are 500 patriots and veterans strong, bringing clothing manufacturing back to the United States of America. Always moving forward, never retreating, never giving up. We are Grunt Style, and this we'll defend. Get yours at gruntstyle.com.
Hi, I'm Rob Tanner, inviting you to the all-new America's Tailgate Party, NASCAR USA. The sound is updated with fresh features and more of the voices you hear at the racetrack each week. The one thing that hasn't changed, it's 2 hours of the hottest hits in country music as we get you ready to go racing. So join us for the brand new edition of America's Tailgate Party, NASCAR USA, at the same place right here on the Motor Racing Network.
Do you live your life up under a rock? Or are you Tyler Burnett?
All right, it's our favorite game of the week, Under a Rock or Tyler. Well, it's everyone else's favorite game of the week. It's not my favorite game of the week.
It seems like it's your favorite game.
My favorite game.
Craig's favorite game of the week. Craig, what do we have this week?
I'm nervous every time.
Craig, you there? Oh.
Go ahead, Tyler.
No idea. Like
name the person
or I know the movie.
I think I know the movie.
Person.
Breakfast Club.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say for the movie, but I have no idea who that person is. Like, do you guys?
Well, I know what character she plays. I don't know her name in the movie, but I've seen it.
Huh. Can anyone name a movie she's
I don't know her
been
name.
in?
Yeah, she's in Breakfast Club. Is that a thing?
Why don't you Google it?
A movie other than Breakfast Club.
She's in another movie. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that was good.
Ryan's got to do that again.
That was a good toss.
Wait, they didn't get that on camera, so apparently they got to throw the rock at me again. Okay, there we go. Now we got to throw it.
In the face.
Oh,
God. Oh, boy.
Oh, we broke things.
Freaking stuff. All right, Craig, tell us who that is.
Molly Ringwald.
Oh, yeah.
Never heard of that person in my life.
What? Come on.
You're dumb.
Molly Ringwald? What's it?
Ringwald.
Yeah.
Anyways, bring in the chicken.
Heard of her.
Chicken's been really good this year. It's disappointing.
He is smoking you.
Rango, Sonoma picks.
Must pick Newman.
This is sad.
It really is. Rango needs to drink some wine for wine country before we go out there.
We should do that.
Red or white?
What kind of wine do I like? I prefer a white wine.
What?
Yeah. Is that weird?
I don't drink wine, so.
Most chicks do.
Yeah.
Clint Boyer.
So does my girlfriend.
His team's really good. Clint Boyer, Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin, Jimmy Johnson. He's on the Jimmy Johnson plan. Joey Logano, AJ Allmendinger's in his garage. The pole winner is Kyle Busch. Stage winner, Kevin Harvick. Kyle Busch, stage 2, and winner is Kyle Busch, Toyota's manufacturer.
Ooh.
That's a good team.
That is a pretty good
really
team.
Good team. I don't know who's making his picks, but they're very good.
The eggs.
Craig, did you pick them this week, or did Daryl call them in?
Rango did.
The chicken.
Yeah, okay.
The chicken.
All right, guys, who do we like to win this race?
Go ahead.
I'm going with 48.
No,
come
on.
Just with
going
the 48.
with Jimmy Johnson. He's got the most laps led at this place. He's got the best driver rating, best average.
Yeah, you know how many wins he has there?
One more than I got.
I think I was in middle school when he won there last.
Really?
Yeah.
That was wild.
Now you're going to be on the Inside Line Fantasy Racing show.
That would be huge if he wins there, though.
Yeah. I'm going to pick the old Stuart Haas car. I'm not going to go with the 4. I'm going to go with the 14 because I think I talked about him all day today. He's going to do well. I do think if anybody else is going to do it, the 78's going to do it, but you guys get mad at me when I pick him. So I'm going to go with the 14. We'll be drinking wine in Victory Lane this weekend.
I think Clint Boyer is a good pick. I think he was going to be my pick to win, too.
Oh.
So I'm going to change it.
Go ahead. Not Kyle Busch.
I want Kyle Larson to win because I think he's really good there. He just doesn't race there well. I think AJ Allmendinger would be a great story, but I think the 78 wins.
Yeah.
What are we betting on this? Bottle of wine?
Martin Truex Jr.
Winner gets a bottle of wine for both of you.
I guess.
Yeah.
We can do that.
So what kind of bottle of wine? $100 bottle?
Mixed red.
Anything less than 100?
Like 10% less, maybe, or
maybe 10%.
10% of that. Yeah.
Boone's
Farm. Yeah.
Boone's Farm.
We're not making
like a $4 bottle of wine. That would be perfect.
I never heard of that.
Barefoot.
Harvick will be good too, I believe.
He will. Yeah, I think he'll.
How about a pole winner? Who do you guys think wins the pole?
I don't know. Like you said, Ganassi got a good deal. I think McMurray's going to run good, but I don't think he's going to be good enough for the pole.
That's a crapshoot. Who wins the pole here? I
Yep.
mean, you've seen Logano won it. Nobody expected him to win it.
Who can keep their head cool in the game and run one solid lap there is going to win it.
I think Kyle Busch wins the pole.
Okay, so we're betting on poles now too.
Sure. I mean, you have in NASCAR Fantasy Live, you have to make your pole pick.
Cool. I'll pick the 48.
78 then.
So you thinking the 48 sweeps it all?
No, not everything. I think that there's going to be a mixed up for stage winners because of the way they pit, and I think it's going to be crazy. But
picker guys are probably going to miss lug nuts too this weekend. It's going to be just a crapshoot.
Miss lug nuts this morning.
Just a crapshoot.
Before we end this thing, who wins at Gateway, the Truck Series?
I'm gonna pick the 88 this weekend because if you go back,
pick him every week and
if
he
you
never
go back,
wins.
If you go back, he likes to move people at this place. So is John Hunter in it? He's good last year, but I think the 88 definitely wants to win a race and he's gonna do it.
I'm gonna say Stuart Friesen wins his first race.
I'd love to see Stuart, but I'm going John. God bless
Johnny
America.
Sauter. Wow.
Bless America.
That'd be good. All right, make sure you check out Greg's Twitter at Off Access Paint. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
At Off Access Paint.
He likes to
give you a
paint
free
stuff.
wallet if you go there.
So we'll talk to you next week, Bill, on the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show.